Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuddha Spadiga Sankasham Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam Sadajivamaham Shaye Shankarupena Machittam Pankikradam Abhudyaya Kimkariyasya Samaya Shankaracharya Mashraye Sadajiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Bharathi Karunapatram Bharathi Padabhushanam Bharathi Padamarudam Bharathi Tirthamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvabodha Vidhushekara Bharatim Mala Sudha Kumbha Vibhoda Mudra Vidya Virajat Karavari Jatam Apara Karunya Sudhamburashim Sri Sharadambam Pranatosmi Nityam. Om. In the last session, we were discussing Upasana Yoga. Upasana Yoga is primarily for disciplining the mind, because mind is a very subtle instrument. It is very difficult to handle the mind. Therefore, we have to address the mental discipline through physical discipline, speech discipline, sensory discipline, and then finally we will come to mental discipline. In that first layer of personality conditioning, that is physical discipline, we saw, and the second layer was Vachika Amshaha, speech control, that also we saw. Now today we will discuss the third layer of personality conditioning, that is sensory discipline. Discipline over sense organs. Our sense organs, that is, sense organs means instruments of knowledge, or like open doors, gateways, through which the world enters my mind in the form of sound through ears, smell through nose, touch through skin, colors through eyes, and then taste through my tongue. These are the ways in which the world enters my mind. Some sense organs can be closed while others cannot be closed. Like for example, I can close my eyes anytime, but I cannot close my ears, whatever method I try. It is not possible. Again, I cannot keep my sense organs closed all the time, nor can I keep them open all the time also. So some way or the other, like it or not, the world will enter my mind, and they are capable of disturbing, polluting my mind. Therefore, I should have a clear-cut norm. I should first of all decide what are the things that I want to encourage my mind to encourage, or the other things which I should not, that is, I should avoid entering my mind. So these are the things which I should, first and foremost, I should decide. This is called disciplining of my sense organs. Thus, avoidance of unhealthy things from entering my mind, unhealthy atmosphere, is sensory discipline. Even the so-called healthy things, I should avoid overdoing. You remember we discussed about moderation. Moderation is the key to successful discipline. Chinmayananda has said, put a board, that is, no admission without permission. Don't make your mind a public toilet to get dirty. It should be maintained like a temple. It should be as clean as possible. So avoid allowing unnecessary things to enter and pollute my mind. That should be my objective of sensory discipline. Now the fourth and final layer of personality, Manasa Amshaha, this is mental discipline. So in order to come to this mental discipline, we have discussed the first three layers of conditioning of the personality. This is most important and very difficult also. All forms of meditations come under mental disciplining only. this mental conditioning program, all forms of meditations. But there are other methods to control the mind. But all types of meditations will come under disciplining. All forms of meditations will come under mental conditioning program. Upasana yoga is primarily for mental discipline, and in general, as we discussed, it is about taking care of the body, physical body, speech and sense controls also. For the sake of our convenience, we can classify all forms of meditations into 4 types based on the type of discipline that I want to inculcate in my mind. That is, the aspect of the mind that I want to handle. First is relaxation meditation. Here, any form of meditation in which my only aim is to relax my mind in particular. But in general, before addressing the mind discipline, we have to relax our body, we have to take care of speech control, and we have to withdraw our sense organs. This is true for all types of meditation. This relaxing the mind has become so important and so much talked about in these days. They are very important. Life is very stressful, faster, and thanks to globalization, people work for different time zones also. Because people have got clients in America and Europe, they work in different times, and they are answerable to our Indian companies also. So timing difference is also there. And after coming home, our domestic problems, children are there, we have to address their concerns. So life is very much stressed. We cannot avoid this. It has become part of our life. In those days, 30-40 years back, this relaxing the mind was not heard of, because generally people were relaxed and they were having a leisurely life. There was no hurry for anything. But this has become very important these days. And nowadays there are a lot of TV channels have come, WhatsApp messages are coming, information is available on the internet, and they all talk about different techniques, different methods to relax the mind. It is a de-stressing exercise, de-stressing meditation. It is not distressing meditation, it is de-stressing. Learn to sit for a few minutes every day, just relaxing your body, relaxing your mind. This is required for physical as well as for mental health. Try this simple exercise of sitting without doing anything for a few minutes. This may help a bit. Any method is okay. Like for example, breath control. Take in deep breath, hold it and then leave it out. Slowly, for a few minutes you can do. Or you sit in one place and you visualize nature. Like for example, garden, huge garden with lot of trees, plants, flowers, birds chirping, sun rising. Nowadays, many people do not have an opportunity to see sunrise practically. Actually, we do not see, because we are busy in our schedule. We get up very late in the morning and all that. So at least mentally we can see the sunrise. Ocean, we can visualize in mind. So because nature is very relaxed, there is no competition, there is no hurry-burry as far as nature is concerned. So you think about all these natural things and then try to relax, calm your mind. One more method is simple chanting of word Om Shanti. You repeat this word along with its meaning also for many number of times. This may also help relaxing your mind. This is, finally it is not about doing something, but it is about not doing anything. I hope you understand the difference. It is about not doing anything. This is a relaxation meditation, first one. The second one is focusing meditation, concentration meditation. I train my mind to develop attention and to expand the attention span, capacity of the mind to focus in any field for a length of time. Whether it is material pursuit or playing cricket, football, any sports, spiritual field, everything it is required. That is focusing of the mind. It is very essential. Unless you have the capability to focus on the target, we cannot achieve anything in this world. For studying, children to study for their examination, and even listening to a class like Vedanta, concentration is very essential. Some of the methods prescribed by our scriptures are Manasa Puja, Shiva Manasa Puja, for example, where you can sit in one place and you can think in your mind about doing puja for your Ishta Devata. Elaborate puja or a simple puja you can do, because everything you are doing mentally. Even doing namaskara, you don't need to do physically. You are doing everything mentally. You try to do. This is Saguna Upasana, Saguna Upasana Dhyanam. This is also called, and this is another term for this. Ishta Devata is any deity which you like, which you are very familiar with or you love most, like Lord Ganesha, Muruga, Rama, Krishna, etc. Or Manasa Parayanam. Parayanam is mentally chanting slokam or Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam, or verses. This is about Manasa Parayanam. Or Manasa Japa. You can do Manasa Japa. That is repeating the name, Nama of your Ishta Devata, of any Lord. So, this is Manasa Japa. The difference between Japa and Parayanam is a repetition of Slokam, Stotram, for any number of times. Japa is a repetition of a single name of Lord. If you want to give an example for focusing of mind or concentration of mind, when you see our children watching a game of cricket or football in television, you can see the extent of concentration they have. Whatever happens around them, their mothers will come, father, nothing will register in their mind except that particular game which they are watching in the TV. So anything we enjoy doing, which is very passionate to us, we enjoy, definitely it is much easier to develop concentrating on that particular field. This is about training my mind on concentration. Then the third aspect of mental disciplining is expansion or accommodation meditation. I learn to expand my mind when I can change my perspective. Here the objective is to change my perspective. I look at anything that is huge and vast, for example ocean, sky, meditation. When there is a tree right in front of me, it looks huge because of its height. It is very tall. I am very short in front of a tree. Right in front of me it is there. It looks very big. The same tree looks small when I look at the tree from top of 20th floor, or from a mountain. If you watch the same tree, it looks very small. It is not because suddenly tree has become small. It is only that I have changed my perspective. The perspective has changed. Similarly, now at presently my ego is very big. Our ego is very big, therefore our problems seem to be very big also. Once I learn to expand my vision, my mind, to visualize the totality of creation, my perspective will definitely undergo change. Our relative significance in this creation is nothing but zero. We will realize only when we understand the totality of creation and then compare ourselves with the totality. We think we are the most significant people in the world because of our ego, and we all feel that the moment I die, the whole world will come to a standstill. People won't know what to do, and like they will be crying for days together and all this. And whatever the problems I have, it is very peculiar to me. Nobody would have got this problem. So all those things, all this because of wrong perspective. We have a wrong perspective with respect to our life and experiences. Wrong perspectives lead me to wrong responses and wrong conclusion also. Everything in this creation must be kept in its place. I will know my place only when I keep myself in my place, in it. From the standpoint of the totality, I have to be kept in my place. Then only I will understand my relative importance or significance. When I meditate upon the totality of entire creation, this is called Virat Upasanam or Vishwarupa Darshanam. This is what Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, taught Arjuna beautifully in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna initially was looking at Krishna only as a person, only as his friend. Later on as a guru. But then when Krishna taught him the technique of looking at the whole world as his creation, Arjuna looked at Krishna as a universal form. That is, he stopped looking at Krishna as a person, and then he saw him as the whole universe. Nothing but the whole universe was within Krishna. So this is universal version. So when in your meditation, imagine the stars. We have to come from the top, the huge things, stars, galaxies, solar system, sky, then planets, so many big things, unimaginably big. In those planets, our earth is also a planet. In the earth, continents, many continents are there. In that, Asia is our continent where we live. There are many countries, rivers, ocean, mountains, trees, animals, birds. Finally, this, in this continent, I live in India, I live in South India, Chennai, a small house. In that, a corner of a room, I live. So, if you see myself in relation to the totality of creation, I know how insignificant I am. Therefore, my perspective of my problems, so-called problems, will undergo tremendous change. I will understand that it is nothing. Even my presence itself is relatively zero here. Where are my problems? There are no problems at all. So my perspectives will change. My headache will continue, my stomach ache will continue, my financial problems will continue, all of them will be there. But because of the change in my perspective, everything looks very insignificant. This is about meditation on the totality of creation, expansion meditation. Then the fourth one is value meditation. That is transformation meditation. I have to bring about a total inner transformation by changing my thought pattern. Previously, we talked about perspective change. Here, thought pattern within myself. My mind thinks a lot. So there is a pattern. I have to learn to change my thought pattern. We generally neglect our thought pattern because it is so subtle, it is fleeting, and it is not visible to others. Therefore, I can hide it. We should remember that our thought patterns are so important. Our thoughts only determine my future, my character, my entire destiny. Someone beautifully said, watch your thoughts as they become words. Watch your words, they become your action. Watch your actions, they become your habit. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character. They become your destiny. It becomes your destiny. Your character becomes destiny. Therefore, the thought, which is the subtlest seed, bijam, Sanskrit, which determines your future. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. As you think, so you become. In Shastra, there are two technical words to explain this. One is tat kratunyayaha and the other one is Brahmarakita Nayayaha. So it is very extremely important to watch our thought patterns. Thoughts are like bricks which determine the shape of the room or the building. Once the building is built, if you want to change the shape of the building, there is no other way but to change the entire arrangement, that is, rearrange the bricks. Similarly, if you have to transform your life, you have to change your thought pattern. Therefore, the whole thing is, I just change my thought. I have to visualize in the meditation. You sit in a place, then you visualize that you are a transformed person. I tell myself, I am the embodiment of patience, embodiment of love, of compassion, and so on. All good values. You think that you are bestowed with all these good qualities. Maybe you are not, but mentally you keep thinking that you are embodiment of all those good values. I go on repeating in my mind for quite a number of times, and I do it every day. Even mere mechanical repetition of these words will bring about a great change in my mind, in my attitude. They say, no, fake it and make it. It is said that when one ant moves on a rock which is very hard, continuous movement of the light ant, insignificant ant, gradually erodes the rock over a long period of time. In Tamil they say, Erumbura Kallum Teyum. Bhagavan Krishna, in his 16th chapter, he talks about Daivi Sampat. These are the values which one should imbibe, which will take you towards Bhagavan. So you have to think that you are bestowed with all these good values, and slowly you will get one after the other, one values. And you should also look at the other things, the opposite of this, Asuri Sampat. And you, like for example, like jealousy, depression, irritation, anger, all these. So these are the things which you should try to avoid. Therefore, you keep repeating yourself in my mind that I will not do this, I will not get angry, I will not get jealousy about things, about other people and all those. Then slowly you will understand, you will see a lot of change which is happening in your mental discipline, in your mind, and therefore your character, therefore your destiny also changes over a period of time. So these are the four forms of meditation. Mental meditation, there is mental discipline, which will help condition my mind and make it a very healthy mind, and also a Purushartha Varti and Purushartha fit mind. Now the final one is, we have seen how to take care of our personality, entire personality, components of personality, like for example, conditioning, disciplining my physical body, speech, sense organs, and finally mind, mental discipline. But they all should function in an coordinated, in an integrated manner. They have to work as a team. If everything works in its own field, then there cannot be a coordinated action. Teamwork is a very big topic now. National leaders, even for sports like cricket, football, you need teamwork. Individually, all 11 players may be excellent, may be very good in their own area of specialization, but unless they act and they work and they play as a team, they cannot reach the destination. They cannot succeed in the game of cricket or football, any sports, for example. So our body should also work as a team in coordinated manner and not at crossroads. They should not work at cross purposes. Therefore, every time you lie, you are breaking the coordination between the mind. There is a division between mind and speech. Punctuality is also an important discipline which we have to develop over a period of time. It is very important to integrate the personality. So integration of personality is called arjavam in Sanskritam. It is teamwork. So in order to have the integration of the whole personality discipline, our Shastras prescribe Upasana Yoga. Now we have seen elaborately Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga. Once we are very much trained, once we are confident about these two yoga, then finally we are ready for taking a plunge into the most important Jnana Yoga, which is the stepping stone for Vedanta. That we will see in our next session. I will stop my discussion on this topic with this. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.